Hey, Colt. You're coming into work tomorrow, right?
Hi, Irene. I hope things at work are going well. And thank you for letting me take the day off today to come to my mum's funeral. It was also very nice to see you come along as well to mourn her with me.
I don't need any of your thanks for that. You're coming into work tomorrow, right?
I'd like to say otherwise, actually.
I told you you could have the days off leading up to the funeral and the day of. But you're not able to take any more time after that, alright? I thought I already told you this once before.
But I still happen to have another day of PTO that I can use, and I plan to use it tomorrow, if you won't let me take the day off that HR gave me. Actually, from what HR has told me, I get 7 days off in the case that an immediate relative passes, which would mean I still have 2 days off of that left as well, so please let me have that time to mourn the loss of my mum. Also, this is a bit embarrassing for me to say, but there are some things going on back here at my house that are making it hard for me to come into work. Nothing bad, but they've just had me tied up as well, and having tomorrow off will help me deal with all that as well.
Is that right? Well, I guess since you've had so much going on in your life recently, I can't be a very kind boss. But know that this will only ever be happening once. Only this time. I'll let you take tomorrow off.
Thank you very much.
But that means, for the rest of this year, you're not to take any more days off for anything else. You hear me? No sick days, no use of your PTO, nothing. On the holidays, I expect you to be on your computer at home, getting work done.
Colt, have you still not gotten out of work yet? It's been so long since the last time you actually came home for dinner, right?
Hi, Samantha. I'm sorry, but I won't be getting home until around 12 or so tonight. So go ahead and just put my dinner in the fridge if you haven't already, and I can eat it for breakfast tomorrow.
I see.
I'm only just finishing up my work now, and then I'll be out of here for the night, so you can go ahead and head to bed. You have to take care of your health too.
Thank you. But I can understand that you had to take some time off work for some things you couldn't control, but the fact that you're being made to stay super late every day now is a bit off. You feel the same way, right? Other coworkers of yours have had to take weeks off at a time, but when they get back to work, they aren't forced to work late all the time, right?
There are plenty of people here who have had to take time off out of nowhere like me, but they haven't had to come back to life at work like I have. I feel that there is something really off about all this. Having to stay in the office every night after everyone else has already gone home and gone to bed.
Do you think this has to do with your CEO, Aaron?
What?
I feel like he might have something against you, and this last time where you had to take off all that time might have sent him overboard. I understand that this time you had to tell work that you needed time off last second, but that's not something you could control, right? And in this case, your CEO should have been able to get other coworkers to cover for you while you were out of the office.
Well, yeah. To be honest with you, he let them all continue on with their work without ever having anyone take over for me while I was gone.
I knew it. I know that he ended up coming to your mom's funeral as well as a show of kindness to you. But I thought he would have been kind enough to treat you with some respect while you were out of the office mourning her. Ugh. Even the way he was talking to you at the funeral got me all fired up. I'm not the only one who was upset with him, right?
So you think he's doing all of this on purpose?
Of course he is. I'm not trying to say anything bad about the company you're working for, but for the past 2 years, ever since Aaron became your CEO, things have gone downhill for you.
I see. Taking a step back to look at it myself, I can see that things have not been all right.
I get that he might have issues with managing his stress and anger, but that does not give him any right to talk to you like that at your own mother's funeral. He even got your older sister to shut up about what would happen with all your mom's money and things like that, due to how much of a jerk he was being. I'm sorry, Colt, but you're going to have to prepare yourself to do something about Aaron and his behavior towards you. And I'll make sure to help you out with him.
Thank you. I would have never really been able to see that there was something seriously messed up going on here if it wasn't for you always looking out for me.
Hey, have you started to think about what we talked about before?
What?
You heard about it from my dad, right?
Ah, right.
My dad really loves you a lot. I think you should just give up working for a CEO like that who doesn't seem to care for you at all and only wants to see you suffer. It's all a waste of your time and energy working there, so you should really put some thought into moving on.
That's a good point. I'm thankful that your dad told me about that. I can't give an answer to all that just yet, but I'm going to start putting some serious thought into it.
Yes, please.
All right, I'm heading out to my car now, okay?
Okay, have a safe drive home.
Seem to be really busy lately, Cole. Nah, that's right. Maybe you weren't 100% back to yourself quite yet, after seeing that your mom kicked the can. That's why you haven't been able to work well enough here, and always end up having to stay late. Right. You're a mom's boy, right?
Hello, Erin. The reason that I've been having to stay late so often is because for some reason my workload has increased exponentially. This has nothing to do with me being inefficient or anything. Also, when it comes to the woman that put all her effort into raising me, would you please not say things like that? It is neither professional of you to do that, nor is it okay with me personally.
Yeah, I'm not trying to talk poorly of her or anything. Just that, because of her, I was able to work some things out with another person, and I'm wondering if you've noticed any of that yet.
What are you talking about?
Well, in due time you'll find out. For right now, though, you're going to be the man I say you are as your CEO. And I say that you're going to love working 14-hour days for a very long time here. Hey, Colt. I have some very good news for you.
Hi, Erin. What kind of good news could you have for me?
Well, actually, it might be some very disturbing news for you.
Did something bad happen?
I noticed you still haven't caught on to it yet, so I'm going to tell it to you straight. Right now, your wife is pregnant with my child.
Excuse me?
Well, it's been about 3 months now since then.
What are you going on about?
2 months ago, I told you there was someone else I met at the funeral, right? One other person. You happen to be so concerned with your mother since you're a mama's boy that you took your eyes off someone else for too long.
So you're saying that I wasn't paying any attention to my wife then?
That's right. To put it straight, back when I was at that old hag's funeral, I had my way with your wife and did her pretty dang dirty. So I'm thinking that she's pregnant with my baby now. What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you so relaxed right now? I see. Maybe this is all too unbelievable for you. You never once thought in your life that your CEO would be able to sleep with your wife. Well, no matter how unbelievable you think all this is, you're not going to be able to change reality. By the way, Colt, back when my father was the CEO of this company, you're always so close to him that it really pissed me off. I've always been looking for the perfect chance to get you back for making my blood boil like that. And that funeral for your old hag was the perfect chance I needed. So that now means Rachel is my woman.
Rachel is?
Yeah, your wife, Rachel. When I told her I was your CEO, she fell right into my arms. And man, was she wanting me so badly. Still does, too.
When was the last time you met with Rachel?
We were just together a second ago.
Is that right? Well, I want to get to the bottom of all this, so give me some time to talk around.
Go right ahead.
Thank you for waiting, Erin. I was able to get to the bottom of all this.
You were? Perfect. Took you 2 whole hours to do that, though. I'm sure she told you the truth right away, but too much for you to believe, right? But you were able to see that she's pregnant with my baby now, right?
You're going to be okay with paying settlement, right?
Sure thing. I'll pay up. I'll be paying you Rachel's part too, so you don't have to be worried about her. I happen to be a CEO after all, so I have all the money in this company at my disposal.
Then I'll let her know about this.
Make it quick, please.
As that's what her husband wanted me to do.
He was the one that asked me to talk with you about this after all. Huh? Rachel's husband? You You're Rachel's husband, right? What's happened to you?
For some reason, I believe that you have had a huge misunderstanding this whole time, but Rachel appears to be my sister. My older sister.
Your sister?
Also, my wife happens to be 8 months pregnant now, and 2 months ago she went back to her parents' house to have the baby.
What?
I'm sure by the way my sister was dressed and talking with me, you must have assumed that she was my wife, rather than my sibling.
Are you kidding me?
But now I'll see what's been going on here. The reason that my sister finally shut up about the money that my mum was leaving behind was because of you.
She was going on about your mom's money?
Let me just say that my family was never that well off, so it's not that much money to be honest. My dad, who passed away a few years ago, happened to be a basic office worker, so he didn't make all that much. And ever since then, my mum has just been living off her social security. Well, it seems that my sister was a little confused about that back then.
Oh.
Now, let's get back on topic here. To be honest, my sister has been really bad with her credit card, meaning she's had to borrow lots of money in the past from rather sketchy sources in order to pay her cards off.
She's been borrowing money?
And well, she's been working really hard to find ways to pay that money back to the people she borrowed it from.
What kind of money was she borrowing?
Well, in the past, she was paying for male strippers and owed around $20,000 to them.
She owed $20,000 to male strippers.
Well, she wanted to get that money to pay back all that debt of hers off, and that's why at the funeral she's making such a big fuss about my mum's money. But I knew that talking to her about our inheritance is going to be a tough challenge, so I prepared myself for it. However, right as she was starting to become a real headache for me, she heard about you, and you started talking to her. She must have been so happy to have found herself an ATM, no longer cared about my mum's money, or my mum herself. Towards the end of the funeral, she told me I could have all my mum's money, and then she took off with you.
Whoa, what the hell? ATM?
Ah, that's right, Erin. I think my sister still has some debts left over to pay. Maybe some new ones.
What did you say?
Oh, from what I could understand the last time I talked to her, she has around $40,000 now that she owes.
$40,000?
And after today, she's also going to be owing her husband money in the settlement. With both you and her owing him money in settlements, it'll come out to around $100,000 that he'll receive from you both.
Hold on a sec. I don't want Rachel anymore.
You don't?
I never thought of her as that kind of monster. I don't want to be her husband anymore, so go and tell her husband he can have her back.
What are you going on about now, Erin? You're not able to just get out of this situation that you created for yourself that easily.
Why can't I?
Is my older sister not pregnant with the baby of a CEO right now?
Ah, crap. Are you freaking kidding me?
And one other thing. Since I'm already talking with you right now, I've one other thing I'd like to tell you about.
What?
Due to the fact that my father-in-law will be resigning from his position as CEO, he's asked me to come and take his place. So later this month, I'll be leaving my position in your company and taking a much better job.
What?
I'm so sorry I wasn't able to put in my 2 weeks, but considering I've been having a lot of troubles working for you so far, it's only fair that I leave sooner rather than later. I have my new secretary get in touch with you about me quitting.
Wait a sec.
I'll have the official notice of me leaving at your office in a few days, so you can wait until then.
I told you to hold it for 1 second.
Have you forgotten that without you in my company, there will be things that will end up not getting done? There's a manual on what needs to be done by someone in my position, so take a look at that.
This is not about any of that. What the hell am I going to do about Rachel? You are her little brother, so do something about all her debt.
But my older sister happens to hate me a lot, so I'm not going to help her with any of that.
Huh?
I'm far too serious of a man for her. She always makes fun of me for it while also telling me that she wishes I was never her brother. And the only reason she was at my mum's funeral to begin with is because of the money my mum left behind.
But hold on.
Now I have to start packing for the move, so I'm going.
Wait, hey Colt, you stay right there.
And with that, before things began to become too crazy with Erin, I turned off my phone and went off to my wife's parents' house. I took all my things with me and I'm moving in with her parents now as well, so that I can be closer to my father-in-law while he teaches me what it means to be a CEO. When it comes to my older sister's husband, he was able to get money from both her and Erin before divorcing her and running off. At the same time, her and Erin broke up. And a few months after that, My sister became a single mother, giving birth to a baby boy. But she needed to get a job. Since she still had so much debt to pay off, my family thought she would be a terrible person for a baby to be around. So a little after giving birth, some of my family went to her house and took the baby from her. For the time being, the baby will be in the hands of someone besides the mother. As for Aaron, a much better company than his started up in town, and a lot of the employees left his company and started to work there. Because of that, the workload increased even further for anyone that did stay, and soon they all left as well. Which then led to the collapse of Aaron and his company for good. As of right now, in order to pay the banks back, he's working from morning until night at some factory, making as much money as he possibly can.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Stefan. Looks like you haven't come to work yet. You just too lazy or something? And they pretend to be sick and make a call or something. Oh, it's you, Dante. Hello. I'm going to be absent from work today. No, not because I'm just too lazy to come. Alright, that's what everyone says. If you're going to be absent, at least tell the manager about it, will you? Because he was pretty mad back there. Yeah, but didn't the manager just answer the phone right now? Hold on. I think he did. Was that you? Yeah, that was me telling him I would be absent today. Sorry for being late to tell you guys, but I just got into an accident at the station. Oh, he just told us you were going to be absent right now. What's the incident you're talking about then? Oh, he said you sprained your wrist on your way to work at the station? Are you seriously that clumsy? There was a woman who was pickpocketed and I was chasing the culprit. Uh-huh, seriously? What, did you get into a fight or something? Yeah, I managed to catch him and we got into a fight. That's when I sprained my wrist. Luckily, it was my left hand and not my right, so I can still use my phone like I'm doing right now. Is that so? That's like the standard story someone who's going to be late for work makes up. What's so funny about this? Well, there were people who saw what happened, so I have proof that I'm not making this up. Witnesses? Oh, really? So you're not coming to work because you're going to the doctor or something? No, I already went to the doctor. But I got questioned by the police and stuff, so I decided to take a leave today since there's still some things I need to take care of. I'll come to work tomorrow. Huh? But if you can't use your left hand, then how are you going to use your computer? What's the point in coming in if that's the case? Oh, I know. You're probably going to get fired. Hold on. I think that's the only possibility for you now. You're getting fired. Do you know what getting fired means? Besides, there's work I can do that doesn't require a computer. Apparently, I'm supposed to train a new employee starting from tomorrow. What? Really? How are you going to train an employee when you can't use your left hand, though? I really have the feeling they're just going to fire you. I mean, there's no point in keeping you as an employee if you can't work, is there? Our company isn't so black as to fire me just because I can't use a computer temporarily. And I don't need to use my left hand to train an employee. All I have to do is show them how things are done inside this company, apparently. Fine. Maybe you aren't getting fired after all. But it just means that you're never going to get a promotion now. I don't know how getting injured means I won't be able to get a promotion anymore, but they just called me to pay my tab, so bye now. Okay, bye, Stefan. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Hello, Stefan. This is Irene, the person you saved at the station this morning. Thank you again for what you did.
Good evening, Irene.
Is it alright if I text you like this? If you want, I could also call you on the phone if you can't type well with your injured wrist and all.
No, it's fine. I was the type of person who would only use my right hand when typing anyway, so there's not much of a difference.
Is that so? Isn't that a little slower than using both hands, though? Oh, never mind. Just tell me if typing is getting difficult for you then.
I didn't know. Maybe it is slower. I'll try getting used to typing with both hands once my left wrist is healed. Oh, and thanks for the consideration, but still, I was surprised when you told me that you were the new employee whose first day of work at our office was going to be tomorrow.
I was surprised to know that you worked there as well. To think that the person who saved me at the station was going to be my instructor. I guess coincidences like this do actually happen, huh?
Yep. But if you find it inconvenient having me as your instructor, then be sure to tell someone without delaying. I heard that you were a very competent worker, so I don't think my injury is going to be that much of a problem for you, though. It's best for both of us if you consider work as just that, and don't worry about how I would feel, so no need to refrain.
Alright, I understand. Anyways, would you like to go to work together tomorrow? I know you probably haven't gotten used to getting around with only one hand yet, so...
What?
You said the nearest station to our house was the same, right? I know that not being able to use your left hand is going to be a big inconvenience for you, as well as a lot of other things. So, if you want, I can make you some food too. Would you like me to bring you a lunchbox tomorrow?
I really appreciate your consideration, but that's going to be a lot of work for you, isn't it? There's no need to force yourself to help me if you don't really feel like it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have a girlfriend or something?
No, I've been a bachelor for 5 years now.
I see. If that's the case, then I want to help you as a way of showing thanks for what you did this morning. So please let me support you if you're fine with that.
Alright, I'll take you up on your offer then. I haven't had someone make a lunchbox for me ever since high school when my mom would make me one. To be honest, even though I was a bit apprehensive at letting you help me at first, I'm thankful because my parents live really far away and it's going to be difficult for them to come and help me. I'm truly thankful for your offer, Irene.
Thank you for accepting my offer. It's the least I can do to repay you after all. Well then, I'll see you tomorrow, Stefan. Oh, and I almost forgot. What do you want me to make for your lunchbox?
Anything's fine, really. I'm not a picky eater. Well, see you tomorrow then. I'll be counting on you, I guess. Huh? What in the world is the meaning of this? Who's that beautiful woman you came to work with today? What are you doing bringing a woman like that to work? You said you were a bachelor. She's not my girlfriend, Dante. And I know she's beautiful, but would you please calm down? She's the woman I saved from being pickpocketed yesterday. What? Seriously? Why is she here then? This is a huge coincidence, but apparently she's the new employee our company hired, and today's going to be her first day at work. Seriously? Damn, Stefan. This has got to be the luckiest thing to ever happen to you, right? Work comes first, Dante. I'm not about to get distracted just because she's beautiful. Apparently she was going to the office yesterday to get familiar with the route to the office. That's when she was unlucky enough to become the target of a pickpocketing. Huh? Are you kidding me? Jesus, how I wish I could be you right now. I mean, now you get to spend time with a beautiful woman. It was a very unfortunate event for her, so don't say that. It's rude. Hold on. You said that you were going to be the instructor for a new employee, right? Are you going to be her instructor? Our manager told me about it before yesterday's events. Shit, you're even luckier than I thought. Alright, I've decided. I'll do your job training the new employee for you. I mean, I guess we could ask the manager if you could be our instructor instead, but... It's obvious you're being tricked somehow. I mean, seriously, that the beautiful woman you saved also happened to be a new employee at our company? It's just too good to be true. What do you mean I'm being tricked? We just met each other and all she's done is be kind and considerate towards me until now. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Things don't go this well in the real world, Stefan. She probably knew that you were going to be her instructor beforehand. At first, she's going to act like a helpless but beautiful woman, and in the end, she's probably going to make you her servant or something. And you're not going to notice what's happening to you because she has seduced you and couldn't think straight anymore. Maybe she's even planning on becoming your girlfriend just to disappear with all the money in your bank account one day. What in the world are you talking about, Dante? You watch way too many of those weird YouTube videos, dude. I'm telling you things like that actually happen. You probably don't want it to happen to you, right? But I, on the other hand, am quite alright with being seduced by a beautiful woman and made to be her servant, which is why I'll do your job instructing her for you. You should just forget about this and get back to work or something. Besides, what use are you going to be to her when you can't even use your left hand? Just let me lend you a hand here, alright? Thanks for your consideration, but no need. Huh? You just want to have this beautiful woman to yourself, don't you? Her name is Irene, and it's less that I want to have her to myself, but more that I don't trust you to do your job as an instructor. Besides, not being able to use my left hand isn't going to be that big of a problem, it seems. You see, I talked with the manager this morning. Apparently Irene, the woman I came with today, is extremely competent. Huh? What do you mean extremely competent? So you're telling me not only is she beautiful, but she's some sort of prodigy as well? Well, kind of. You see, Irene was apparently hired by our company as a target of our headhunting. She was hired via headhunting? Wow. Yes, I'm going to be her instructor, but really all I have to do is explain how things work in this company and teach her about stuff only we do. Oh, and apparently she's one of the candidates for a future executive. Seriously? God, I'm so jealous of you, Stefan. Come on, it's unfair how you get this beautiful woman all to yourself. What is it now? I already told you it's not like that, Dante. I have no intention of bringing in private matters into the office. So you do admit that there's something between you two. You see, there are some people who say that you two are a good couple or actually dating when they see you guys walking together, and I can't stand it. Come on, Dante. We're not high schoolers anymore. Be a bit more professional, please. There are more important things than work, Stefan. She makes your lunch boxes for you too, right? Yeah, she says that it would be difficult for me to make my own food or go out for lunch if I can't use my left hand, which is why she's making me lunch boxes. And you guys go to and from work together, right? Yes, but that's because the nearest station to our house is the same, and she says that getting on crowded trains with an injured left hand would be difficult. I'm so jealous of you. Obviously, she's just using your injury as an excuse to get closer to you. Didn't you notice that? I already told you, Dante, we're not actually dating. Seriously? Are you telling me the truth right now? I mean, since when did people start dating after only meeting a few days earlier? It's unusual. Thank God. This means that I have a chance with her. I don't know what you're planning on doing, but don't cause her any trouble, alright?
Stefan?
Irene, thanks for your work today again.
Help me.
Huh? What's the matter?
I'm being chased by Dante.
What? Dante? What do you mean he's chasing you?
I went to the convenience store to buy some stuff, and he ambushed me at the entrance of my apartment.
Huh? How does he even know where you live?
No, he probably followed me on my way from work one day.
Seriously? After I had specifically told him not to cause you any trouble. Alright, tell me what happened.
He was trying to go to the convenience store with me, so I panicked and tried to go back to my apartment, and he started chasing me, and then he managed to block my way to the entrance. He started approaching me, and he almost was able to push me against the wall.
He was trying to push you against the wall?
Yes, but I managed to escape, and now I'm hiding in a bathroom at the second floor of a crowded building near the station.
What in the world is he thinking? Alright, I think I know where you are. I'll come and get you.
Huh?
If you're with me, then I don't think he's going to try and do anything crazy. Meet me at our usual spot when I tell you. Then we'll get on the taxi and flee. Don't worry. I was able to fight off a thief, wasn't I?
What?
I'll contact you once I'm near our location.
I got it. I'm so sorry, Stefan, for getting you into this mess, but I'm waiting for you.
Stefan, why are you here? That's exactly what I wanted to ask you. I knew that you were attracted to Irene, but I never thought that you would become a stalker or something. I'm not a stalker. I'm just doing my best to get closer to Irene. Yeah, so you followed her on your way home to find out where she lived? And you tried to push her against the wall after ambushing her? And when she was clearly scared and fled, you chased after her all the way here? What the hell do you think you're doing? Yeah, but that's just my way of showing her I like her. Sorry, but did you ever consider what Irene felt when you were doing all of this? You're just bothering her. What did you say to me? I'm a bother to her, you say? How am I a bother? You're the one who's bothering us right now. I get it. You're just mad because you wanted Irene for yourself, don't you? But the joke's on you. Judging by how she looked when she ran away, I just need to make one more approach before she falls for me. What in the world made you think that she'll fall for you after just one approach? Didn't you see that she was terrified? Come on, she wasn't terrified. The only reason she ran away was because she got embarrassed at my approaches. Just a bit more and I could have managed to take her to my room where we could have some fun. But then you came along and ruined everything. You're a sick man, Dante. What you're saying right now are actually what a delusional man would say. You calling me delusional? Irene got scared by what you did and called me to save her. What? She wanted you to save her? What do you mean she got scared? According to Irene, this wasn't your first time doing something like this apparently. Even in the office, you would wait until I wasn't with her and suddenly start massaging her shoulders while she's working on the computer, or go up to her and smell her, or try to pull her hair so you could keep her for yourself. It often seems you would go up to her and say inappropriate things as well. Yeah, but she looked like she was enjoying it. If she didn't like it, she would resist. She said she didn't resist because she was scared and you were a senior employee, and because she didn't want to interrupt her work. Apparently, she was thinking about how to tell you that she didn't like what you were doing. What? Really? I'm going to report this incident to the company. What? Apparently, Irene was recording you with a secret microphone whenever you said those things to her. She was recording me? If we check the security cameras in the office as well, we'll probably be able to find the proof of what you did. But all I wanted was to have someone as talented, as beautiful as Irene as my girlfriend. That's why I did all those things, because I thought that it would make her happy. I haven't had a girlfriend in 5 years, but there's something even I know. What is it? If you make the mistake of getting the wrong ideas about your relationship with a woman, she's going to be disgusted by you and strike back. Huh? Disgusted? Strike back? Anyways, Irene's scared of you and has zero affection for you, so just give it up already. But I was sure she liked me. The next day, me, Irene, our manager, and a person in charge of employee compliance came to the office 1 hour earlier than usual and had a meeting. Dante didn't know about this and came to the office 15 minutes earlier than usual to tell the manager his version of the story. Apparently, he made it seem like he himself was the victim. It was too bad for him, though, that Irene had already showed him the evidence. So this only made it worse for Dante, as it was now apparent that he didn't regret his actions whatsoever. Dante miraculously wasn't fired, but instead relocated abroad, where he would work for the next 30 years of his career. Dante's face went pale when he heard this, but it was too late for him. Of course, Irene made Dante pay an alimony to her for the distress he had caused her, and so Dante couldn't just quit his job since he had to get the money somehow. He was last seen crying at the airport before getting onto an airplane and leaving the country. Honestly, I wouldn't be so sad if I were him, as he basically gets a new chance at a life abroad. This is private, but Irene confessed her feelings to me, and we've been dating ever since. I proposed to her 1 year after that. That's a story for another day.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.